Good morning, students. So our next topic of the chapter 1 is how animals feed. So as we all discussed in our previous video that animals eat different types of food. On the basis of that, we have categorized the animals into 4 categories: herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, and the last one is the scavengers. Then after this there is a new topic, that is how animals feed. So we have seen that different animals eat different types of food. So according to that only, they have different mouth parts. They have different mouth parts to eat the different types of food they eat, or according to their feeding habits. So अलग तरीका होता है सारे एनिमल्स का फूड को खाने का, क्योंकि वो अलग अलग तरह का फूड खाते हैं। उसी तरह से उनके जो माउथ पार्ट्स होते हैं उनमें पाया जाता है मॉडिफिकेशन इन देयर माउथ पार्ट्स। अगर हम देखें तो जो स्नेक है उसके जो माउथ पार्ट है वो कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट है अगर हम बात करें बटरफ्लाई की। और बटरफ्लाई के साथ साथ अगर हम अपने आप को देखें तो हमारे जो माउथ पार्ट है वो कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट है। जो हमारे माउथ में टीथ प्रेजेंट हैं, जो सारे जो स्ट्रक्चर हैं वो कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट है दूसरे उन एनिमल से जो अलग तरह का फूड खाते हैं। तो लेट डिस्कस द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ फीडिंग हैबिट्स दैट द एनिमल हैव। द फर्स्ट वन इज द gnawing, and gnawing means to bite something repeatedly. किसी भी चीज़ को continuously खाना, continuously bite करना, that is known as gnawing. For example, squirrel, rat, rabbit, they bite something repeatedly and they have sharp front teeth to bite their nuts, fruits and the food or the seeds that they eat. So examples of the animals that gnaw their food are rat, squirrel and rabbit. The next is chewing the cud. If we talk about curd is the partially digested food. For example, if we talk about the herbivore animals like cow, buffalo, sheep, what they do? They first swallow their food without chewing it. बिना चबाए वो अपने फूड को swallow कर लेते हैं in the stomach, and later they bring it back into the mouth and chew it with their grinding teeth. And this process is known as chewing the cud, and cud is the partially digested food that is swallowed into the mouth without chewing it. So the example of the animal that chew their food or that follow the chewing the cud are cow, buffalo and sheep. The next feeding habit is tearing. Tearing is followed by the carnivore animal. For example, lion, tiger, leopard. They chew the bones and flesh of animals. So they have sharp pointed tearing teeth. So they have sharp pointed front teeth to tear the flesh and strong grinding teeth to chew the bones and flesh of animals. So the examples of the animals that follow this tearing feeding method is lion, tiger and leopard. The next category is the swallowing. So in swallowing, what happens? In some animals there are no chewing and the biting teeth, and so if they don't have the biting and the chewing teeth, so they swallow their food as a whole and later it get digested in the stomach by the help of some digestive juices which are secreted in their stomach. So the examples of these animals are which swallow their food: frog, snake and earthworm. Have you ever seen a frog? It has a long sticky tongue. The lizard also follow this swallowing method. So they expel or they pull out their long sticky tongue to catch the insect and they roll it back into the mouth. They do not chew it, and the snake also follow this method. They swallow their food as a whole, and with the help of the digestive enzymes in their stomach, the food get digested. They do not chew or bite their food. Similarly, it is also followed in the earthworm. Earthworm eat the dead remains of animals and the plant that is present in the soil, and it also swallow their food. The next category is the lapping. Have you ever seen the dog and cat, how they drink the milk or water? So the process or वो तरीका, वो method by which the dog and cat drink the milk or the water, that is known as lapping. So lapping is also known as it is the process of drinking of milk or water with the help of their tongue. They use their tongue to drink the milk or water. So lapping is generally followed in cat and dog. So they use their tongue to lap or to drink milk or water. The next category or the next process is by sucking. Have you seen a mosquito, a housefly, or a butterfly? So they have a long, thin tube-like structure in place of their mouth, and that helps them to mosquito suck the blood. Similarly, the flies, bees and the butterflies suck the nectar of the flower with the help of this proboscis or their thin tube-like structure, that is known as proboscis, and this method is known as sucking. Similarly, the leeches, they also suck the human blood, and they have a circular mouth like this. They have a circular mouth with toothed jaws. In this, jaws are present in leeches that helps them to stick to the body of animals, and then they suck the blood of animals. So the animals that follow the sucking method is butterfly, bees, that is honeybee, leeches, and have you ever seen a elephant? Elephant has a long trunk, and which is used by the animal to tear off the branches, to tear off the leaves, and it also use it to drink the water and then shower it that on himself. And he also used that trunk to lift the heavy logs of wood. So these are the different feeding habit of animals followed by different animals. Some gnaw their food, कुतरते हैं अपने फूड को, जैसे कि गिलहरी है, रैबिट है, रैट है, चूहा है. देन chewing the cud, some animals अपने फूड को क्या करते हैं, पहले without swallowing they swallow it, without chewing they swallow it, later they bring it back into the mouth and chew it with their grinding teeth. Some tear their food. For example, the carnivore animals have sharp front teeth to tear the flesh and strong grinding teeth to chew the bones and flesh of animals. So the tearing method is followed by lion, tiger and leopard, all are known as carnivore animals. The next one is the swallowing. In swallowing, generally what happens, the animals do not have biting and the chewing teeth, and they swallow their food as a whole. For example, frog, snake and earthworm. The next is the lapping. Lapping is the method in which the animals use their tongue to drink milk or water. For example, चाट की तरह एक तरह से खाते हैं. For example, dog and cat. The next is the sucking. So in sucking, the animals have a long thin tube-like structure that helps them to suck the flower or the blood of animals. For example, butterfly and bees, honeybees, suck the nectar from the flower, whereas mosquito suck the blood of animals. Next, last is the elephant that have a long trunk, and he uses its trunk to lift the log of wood, to tear off the branches, and also to pull water from the rivers and from the ponds and help its trunk to shower. So these are the different feeding habits of the animals.